Sup guys, ZecTech12 here and welcome back to a Minecraft Cave Update Snapshot. Yeah, we're back. I missed a day, but I'm kind of glad I missed a day because it allows me to talk about the bee snapshot that came out, which is a bit of a light little fix, but we gotta talk about the main things. Ore texture changes. They look completely different. Also, I noticed this on Reddit. Like see how okay, we'll talk about what these are exactly, but as you can see, the diamond texture is like 1 pixel too far to the right compared to the original texture. But as you can see, there are now deep slate variants of ores, and yes, the redstone one can be powered. But as you can see, there aren't any deep slate variants of coal, copper, and emerald, which just proves the fact that they will not generate below Y0. So there's some weird stuff going on with, there was some weird stuff going on with iron that didn't let it generate properly in the last snapshots. Something similar with redstone. So, see, this actually really reminds me, really reminds me of the blackstone nether ore, but with better textures or whatever. But as you can see, there's all sorts of cool stuff around here. But you may have noticed, this is not a texture change. This is tough because this is introduced back in the first snapshot of this. It was surrounding the amethyst geodes after the calcite. Now this will be replacing andesite down here, and something I couldn't really find an example of, but is supposed to be able to happen, is that regular stone ores can still generate down here. Spider's dancing. Oh, there it is. There's an example. Regular stone ores can still generate near the tuff. But from now on, there's a new block that'll generate around amethyst geodes instead of tuff. Smooth basalt, and you can get it by smelting regular basalt. And you may have noticed the top and bottom halves of the Grimstone has been retextured. I'm sorry, this isn't Grimstone anymore. This is Deepslate. And you see, there's also another version of Deepslate called Cobbled Deepslate, which is the original texture. And if you didn't notice, they now have their own unique sounds for walking, and like this. We'll get to what I'm doing with these in a sec, but let's pop over here. Not back there. Here. See, these things have had a slight texture rechange as well. The only one that I noticed was this one, was the tiles. It was the chiseled one on the thing, and for some reason the tiles, you still can't craft them. And it's with the cobbled deep slate that you craft all this stuff now. The smooth deep slate, you can still, it works exactly the same way as regular stone does. Exactly the same way. And I bet you didn't notice this, but see, this is probably just a hint as to what's to come in the lush cave biomes. You see, because these spore blossoms, their spore particle effects spread out all over the place, which I guess is how they're going to do the particle effects for that area, because that's an interesting way to do it. And another thing that was revealed is that when they're able to generate dripstone caves and lush cave biomes will still be able to generate this far down in the world, so things like this will still happen, and you don't need to use a buffet world. I'm still calling them buffet worlds, even though they're technically single biome worlds. A buffet world to be able to see this kind of stuff, because this will still generate. Oh, there it is. See, look, iron ore right next to deep slate iron ore. And if you look at this, it now has dripstone block replaceable and deep slate ore replaceable and lush plant replaceable. Because if you noticed, this basically means that you can just grow moss through it. And if you look at tuff, it's also part of base stone overworld, and but it says stone ore block replaceable. A lot of these new types of tags have been added. So now it just says hashtag ores on the ones that have the two variants, and they function identical to their stone variants, except they take a little bit longer to mine. That's the only difference. Also, I think that this texture should go all the way around the deep slate instead of having the old texture that we had, because a lot of people didn't really like this old texture because it just made it look too much like, well, cobblestone. And, well, I agree with them. But if we go over here, we can see another bit of another type of transition between things. And as you can see, the regular stone ores are generating up here. And as you can see, copper is right there. There's some natural copper. And you may... Okay, so I'm going to need to go into spectator mode to show this. So I'm going to go into game mode. No, okay. Game mode, spectator. So I need to go into spectator. Okay, so wait, where's my... oh, there's my area. You may have noticed that the old cave types are now generating below 0 again. Well, not again. They're actually doing it because it didn't do that in the previous snapshot. Also, you may notice that lava is back again because there wasn't much lava anywhere. And there was supposed to be a bug fix where the amethyst geodes wouldn't generate in room caves, but you failed, Mojang. You failed. There's one right here. See, they're supposed to generate like this, on the edges of caves, where they're meant to be difficult to find. But that's not how they're generating at this point. And as you can see, there's our usual ravines. They'll still generate this far down. I was like, what is that? I see something. I still see it. Oh my god, the particle effects went under the world! Okay, that's cool. But let's keep exploring and look around, because we need to go up to the surface and check this stuff out. To go up to the surface, as you can see, the room caves, they'll be pretty exposed on the surface. This isn't a very good example. This is just a normal ravine type. Normal cave-looking type. These things are supposed to be much more common. That's not that good of an example. They're supposed to be able to do that. Oh, here's one. Here's a good one. And as you can see, it's a waterlogged cave. And speaking of waterlogged caves, supposedly, from now on, certain lapis blocks below 0 are not going to be able to generate properly. They're not going to be able to generate outside of being covered up by a block. They're going to generate just like ancient debris. And when they say some blocks, so basically there's going to be a reduced spawn rate for diamond ore below 0 and gold ore below 0 when exposed to air. So there's going to be a reduced rate of them spawning. So this will actually give you, and because water is not air, this actually gives you an incentive to go swimming. That's kind of the point of this. And then we head down below and we get to see some cool deep slate again, because deep slate's cool and I love deep slate. And, okay, I don't know if I wanted to mention this in the last snapshot, but in the last snapshot, the deep slate area reminded me how in the advent of Ascension mod, it's a mod from 1.7 days. It's still going pretty strong today, and it's still being done in 1.7 because 1.7 has some of the... Okay. I have never seen things generate like this. You might want to get on this, Mojang. Again! Like, why are they generating like this? That legitimately caught me off guard. So in one of the dimensions, which is the creeper dimension, there's all sorts of creeper type mobs everywhere, of course, because it's a creeper dimension. Awesome looking room cave. See, as you can see, you can still find diamond ore exposed to air. It's just not going to be as common. Same with gold ore. And supposedly in the new, this new snapshot, they made it so that their distribution is much smoother. The ore distribution, it's not as blocky. That's supposed to what's been going on. Another thing is that, well, yeah, in that dimension, there was a bit of a way how you got, if you got the closer and closer you got to the void, and these very large open caves, the darker the stone would get. And it would be called creepstone, or something like that. I think it was called creepstone. And the bottom one was very similar to Deepslate. Although, because of the way void fog worked back in 1.7, it was impossible to see down there. Like, it was impossible to see. And see, look, as you can see, I think I just went back into an old chunk. I was like, why is that? I think I just went back into an old chunk, so I'm gonna just kill myself and respawn. Okay, so I'm gonna affect myself with night vision again. Night vision 9990 true. Game mode creative. And as you can see, let's go into the nether. Seriously, the nether needs these kinds of needs this kind of noise generation again. The nether needs this. But if we kind of if you were to just break through this. Actually, wait a minute, let me get a bed. Let me get a bed. This is supposed to be one of the best ways to find ancient debris, and it is. It's actually a very good way to find it. We got some goodies. Just doing a bit of blast mining. I just want to find some ancient debris just so I can prove my point. Blackstone. Yeah, you better have your sheep farms ready. Blow it up. No, we're out of... Okay, I can see again. Ah, there's some ancient debris. See, this... this is pretty much what you're gonna have to do if you want to find lapis. But... Oh, I didn't even notice there was some over here, but... This is pretty much what you're gonna have to do if you want to find lapis below Y0. This is what you're going to have to do. Except you're gonna have to do it with either a respawn anchor or... You're gonna have to do it with a respawn anchor, as those do explode in the overworld. Or just regular TNT. Because that's what you're gonna do. You're just gonna go grab your TNT and start blast mining. And that is pretty much it for this snapshot. It is starting to look really cool. I cannot wait till the snapshot is fully open and I can start going into my other worlds and maybe find some new chunks and then start exploring this, because this is really cool. This is really cool, and I cannot wait to keep exploring this. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.